We'd heard Seville was beautiful, but after visiting places like Granada, Barcelona, and Valencia, we weren't sure if it would live up to the hype. In this video, we'll show you what not to miss if you only have a couple of days in Sevilla, and stay till the end to find out if it lived up to our expectations. If you're new here, we're the Slow-Mad Travelers. We're Canadians with a nomadic spirit who seek a local experience and off-the-beaten-path adventures. Welcome to our channel. It seems like every city or town in Spain has a beautiful plaza, but this is Plaza de España, and it's the most impressive one I've seen, not just in Sevilla, but in all my travels across Spain. There were three things that really stood out to me. First, it is massive. The semicircular plaza stretches over half a kilometer, and even when it's busy, it never feels crowded. Second, lining the walls are 48 beautifully tiled alcoves, one for each Spanish province, each with artwork about its own local history and culture, and they're like a little museum for that province. Third, it was built for the 1929 World Fair to showcase Spain's architecture and culture. Nearly 100 years later, it still feels grand, especially with the canal winding through it. You can even rent a little rowboat and paddle under the bridges for a taste of Venice. Despite being popular, it didn't feel like a tourist trap. Lots of locals were just hanging out, enjoying the space. The Plaza de España is really unique, it's free, and definitely worth a stop. Our next spot was the Alcázar Palace. After visiting the Alhambra in Granada, I wasn't sure if this would measure up, but I'm happy to say I was completely wrong. What really surprised me was that the Alcázar is still in use today. Nearly 1,000 years later, it's the oldest royal palace in Europe, still used by a monarch. When the King of Spain visits Sevilla, this is where he stays, so it's not just a museum, it's a working royal residence. So what makes the Alcázar so unique? When the Christians conquered Sevilla, they didn't demolish the Islamic architecture, they built on top of it. This fusion of Moorish and Christian styles is what makes the palace so different. It has all of the intricate beauty of Alhambra, but with the twist of dramatic Christian art layered in. And if you haven't been to the Alhambra yet, check out the link in the comments. More recently, the Alcázar became famous all over again as a movie set, and if it feels familiar, it probably is. The Alcázar starred as the palace in the Game of Thrones TV show. For some practical tips on getting tickets to the Alcázar, tickets should be bought in advance, especially in peak season. Free tickets are also available on Mondays during the last hour the palace is held open, but these sell out fast and should be reserved well in advance. 1 hour is also quite rushed to have the best experience. Then there are the gardens. Lots of palm trees, fountains, peacocks, and as well orange and persimmon trees everywhere. It's a place you can really spend time walking around. But the Alcázar has a dark side too. In 1369, the king who built the palace murdered his half-brother inside the complex to seize the throne. Later, in the 1400s, Queen Isabella signed an order here that sent Christopher Columbus on his second voyage to the Americas. That journey led to major changes in world history, opening up trade and exploration, but also leading to war and colonialization. So while the palace is beautiful, it's also a place where decisions pivotal to world history were made. So all in all, we loved visiting the Alcázar. It's stunning, super interesting, and kept us exploring for hours. We think it's totally worth all of the tourist hype. If you're exploring Seville, Plaza del Triunfo is a great starting point. It's a beautiful square surrounded by the cathedral and the Alcázar, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites. From there, we wandered into Barrio de Santa Cruz, the city's old Jewish quarter. It's a maze of narrow alleys, hidden courtyards, and colorful balconies, all full of charm. Next, head to Plaza de la Encarnación, home to the ultra-modern Metropole Parasol. It really took us aback seeing the modern architecture after just having visited the historic parts of the city. The locals call it the mushrooms, and this just epitomizes the whimsical feel that this structure gives when visiting Seville. We also saw the Seville Cathedral, which is really hard to miss. It's the largest Gothic cathedral in the world and home to the tomb of Christopher Columbus. So we really enjoyed Seville and can now understand what all the hype is about. If you've been to Seville, let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed coming on our journey, please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you for the next one. For tips on funding your next trip, whether you're slow traveling or just going on vacation, check out the link to our website in the comments below.